A strange thing happens in software teams. Simple bugs survive, not complex failures, obvious ones. They pass through reviews, testing, deployment, again and again. The team is capable, the resources exist, yet the flaw becomes permanent. This is not an effort problem. The workflow itself is preserving the error. Most organizations fix the symptom, not the system producing it. The bug appears, the code gets patched, relief arrives briefly, then the bug returns. Teams start treating recurring flaws like isolated events. That perception becomes the blind spot. Everyone sees the error. No one stops the process guaranteeing its return. The failure is not in the code, it is in the flow. The visible output distracts from the structural input underneath it. This is where most people freeze. But at Solver Studio, we go to our toolkit, the Solvers 6. The tool here is reframing, perception. We stop asking, how do we fix this bug? We ask, what must be true about the system for this bug to keep returning? That shift changes the target completely. The bug is no longer the problem. It is evidence, a visible trace of an invisible workflow failure. Reframing breaks the illusion that the error is random. First, isolate the structural flaw. The bug is not just faulty code, it is proof that the review system failed somewhere upstream. Trace the exact point where the error was allowed to survive. A weak testing gate, a broken handoff, missing validation. Now the perception changes. The bug becomes workflow data, a signal exposing structural weakness. Next, redefine success. Most teams define success as shipping with fewer bugs. That standard is too shallow. The real objective is eliminating the condition producing the bug repeatedly. Fixing the code is the minimum requirement. The real correction is making this class of failure impossible to repeat. The focus shifts from temporary cure to structural prevention. Finally, integrate the new perception into culture. Workers often see systems as fixed, so they work around flaws instead of correcting them. That must change. Engineers are not just bug fixers, they are system architects. Accountability shifts from patching symptoms to protecting process integrity. That is how recurring instability disappears. Recurring bugs are rarely isolated mistakes. They are structural signals. Reframing perception changes how the system is interpreted. Reframe the bug as workflow evidence. Redefine success as structural prevention. Treat workers as architects of the process itself. That is how error loops break. The same pattern appears in workplaces with constant missed deadlines. The first instinct is blame, poor time management, weak execution, low discipline. But reframing changes the view. The real failure is usually structural, unclear approvals, weak feedback loops, broken coordination. The workflow enables the delay. The moment the problem shifts from people to structure, the solution becomes visible. Stop focusing only on the mistake. Focus on the structure that allowed it. When the system is flawed, effort becomes expensive and ineffective. Reframing changes the perceived location of the problem. That shift creates leverage. The goal is not endless firefighting, it is permanent correction.